Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Game Boy TV for part 2 of my first impressions video of Super Mario Maker 2 for the Nintendo Switch. And as you saw in the previous video, we explored the story mode and Yamamura's dojo, which is sort of like the tutorial to learn how to play the game for those who want a refresher or who have never played Super Mario Maker 2. But now we're going to explore what I think is the heart of Super Mario Maker 2, and that is the course world and the ability to play other people's courses and put out the courses that you make yourself. And before playing in the course world, we gotta pick a Mii, pick a name for your Maker avatar. It will be shown to other users. So we're gonna choose a Mii to turn into a Maker. So we're going to keep this as Mark Joe, as branded across all of my, everywhere in the Nintendo, online and my Nintendo ID. That's how I'm branded, as Mark Joe. Welcome to the course world. Here you can play, like, and download courses created by other users. You can also see accomplishments of other players along with the courses they've played and liked. Information about your gameplay, such as course playthroughs, medals, and versus ratings will be published through both in the game and on the internet. To enter Course World, you must enable course downloading. Would you like to do that? Of course. So please note that we may delete uploaded courses, reset the total number of likes a user has earned, and restrict their access to Course World in the following cases. The user intrusively requested likes from other users in-game. The user took advantage of bugs that were unintended by either the course director, course creator, or the developers. Course data was modified in an unintended way. The user frequently disconnected during play. Any other behavior in violation of the Nintendo Code of Conduct. Okay? So gotta be play fairly. That's the name of the game, basically, when it comes to Course World. If you can't play by the rules, then you don't deserve it. Sorry, that's how it's supposed to be. Anyway, so let's explain. Let me get a chance to explain a little bit about the Course World and some of the changes and the features here. The Course World is basically the main hub in which players can access other players' courses from either a course ID or through new search features such as the style, theme, difficulty, and region. And another new addition, and frankly, I think of it as more of a fix of what people saw as a broken system, is the fact that you have a like button, but also a boo button in order to dislike a course. Feedback by means of text, drawings, and stamps are also featured in the game. But to be honest, I am not so sure about specifically the boo button. I would never think in a million years that Nintendo would be so blunt with putting a boo button to dislike courses. You see, I also watch NBA basketball, and whenever I think of booing, I think of this. If you're listening, Nintendo, in my opinion, if you were to put the character Boo, like the ghost character, and I've seen the poses of the Boo, like kind of like covering its face, like when Mario faces the Boo, like the Boo doesn't want to be seen, so he kind of covers its face in shame. Well, maybe that could be what you could put as a symbol there, as opposed to the broken heart sign. And in my opinion, it makes booing a course less harsh to people who could potentially perceive it as even say the same for the like button. Like, replace the heart with a 1-up mushroom. After all, if you do hit that I like this button, which is what's there in the game, it's essentially like +1, like a thumbs up on YouTube. I understand the need to bring attention and managing like troll levels or poorly designed levels, and that's a good rating system for a game like this, but we all know how people can act out sometimes and perceive, you know, when people are being criticized, right? I know we gotta grow some tough skin and all that. I get that, but the boo button has the potential to be an effective tool, but it can also be an abused and detrimental tool. So it'd be interesting to see how this button and how this feature is going to play out. Too early to tell since this game has only been out for just a few days. So let's go actually here to the Endless Challenge. With the music of the World 1 from Super Mario World being remixed here. Okay, so this feature is very similar to the 100 Mario challenge in the first game. Your objective is to complete as many courses chosen by random based on difficulty. So, clear as many courses as possible before you run out of lives. Let's start here on easy. When you play a course made by another player, the maker of the course may be notified every time you play the course, and you can disable this notification in settings. So Mario embarks on a journey. Okay, this is by Fraggrath or something. Wow, new music here as well. So, obviously in the original Super Mario, in the original 1985 Super Mario Brothers game, there were no desert-themed levels. And here we see a desert-themed level right here in 8-bit with absolutely brand new music, original music for this game. So let's take a listen. I wish I could get up there. I don't think I could get up there. So far, so good. Down inside the pyramid. Course clear. First course I've ever cleared. So yeah, this is what it was. You know, a boo button, and I like it. So I like this course. And you can even see other users on the bottom of the screen, kind of like in a little ticker style of the feedback given to this level. Temple of Minor Perils. Alright. So, I'm just gonna do one more level, and then I'll probably complete this off camera. Jump Man by Sebos. Very Middle Eastern theme. I guess this is a this is the mountain theme, or wait, I think this might be the desert theme for Super Mario World. So this is what the layout is based off of. And I could just imagine what it would have been like if this was part of the original game. Pretty short course. Alright, I'll just do one more. Just because I didn't think it was a short, level. Car racing. This one's from Japan. An Auto Mario. Race. Oh. Whoa, what is going on here? I gotta get used to the controls here. Oh, I see. I gotta go back and get those other... What is it? Wait, hold on.
Oh no!
Oh, I gotta do this level again. To get the keys again. We'll just run through this now. Pretty creative. I gotta give it to it. And I set the world record as well. Alright, alright, enough of this. Okay, cleared your first course, got the white tank top, so every time we every time we do something like for the first time and we get like these accomplishments, we could get some new gear. So if we look in our profile, so we got our stats here. Easy, high score, lives lost 3 so far. Didn't upload a course yet, obviously. I could only have 32 courses uploaded. But here you see all the courses that I liked, as well as all the courses that I played. And we could even change outfits. So this is what we had. A pipe hat. You can get that one. Super mushroom outfit. A Goo Goo onesie. Huh. So let's say, you know, let's change our name to, or let's change our clothing to maybe a 1-up hoodie and maybe a pipe hat. There we go. Don't I look so dapper? Okay, so we're gonna head off to courses, and don't have anything here just yet. Okay, so these are all like people who made their own courses, hot courses, which I would guess are like popular courses. Popular courses are right here. Huh. Let's just play one just to kind of show you what it's like. These ones are like literally like hot off the press, basically. The equivalent of like hot off the press. It's just like they've all just been uploaded like maybe a few seconds ago. Alright, I might be the first one to play this. Collect all 100 coins in this action-packed level. Now keep in mind, if it goes... Okay, never mind. Oh no. Yeah, I gotta start over again. Moving along nicely. Let's see if I could... Okay, there we go. Almost there. 94, 95, 97. I think that's all 100. Good course. Pretty challenging one. Had to do a couple takes on that. Alright, so... Whoops. Didn't want to go here. Okay, folks, so we are now here in the Course Maker, and as you can see, a lot of the features from the first Mario Maker game return, along with some new ones. And just so you know, before we begin, I find it easier to utilize the touch screen when making courses, and I'm pretty sure you would agree with me with that. It's just more convenient and efficient when you're doing it through the touch screen versus having your Switch connected to the TV. But for the sake of this video, it's better through the TV because my hand would get in the way if I were to actually film the touch screen. So let's first explain the top palette. Your main palette is the top palette, which features the most commonly used elements and items. You can see it right up there. You can see me scrolling through some of these items. If you want to see the rest of the features offered, we got a magnifying glass on the top right corner of the screen, and then we get this new interface where you can select items from a wheel-like setting. So I like this setting. I like the way that this is formatted because it organizes the many items to choose from in a very clean and easy to choose format. To switch to different categories, you can press the ZR and ZL buttons. And in this case, in the new Super Mario Bros. U setting, we have here terrain, we have items, we also have enemies and gizmos. So lots of good items to choose from when designing a level. And if a certain category has more than one wheel, simply press R and L to switch between. And depending on which game you wish to set your course in, the selections on each wheel may vary. So terrain is a good example. We see we have one wheel that we are in, but if we press R, we can also toggle between the two wheels. Same thing with enemies. Alright, so you could look at the settings for yourself. If you've had the game, or just take the time to look them up online, what kind of enemies and what kind of features are in these particular categories. I don't want to go over each one of them specifically because that's just going to take too much time. So anyway, let's exit out of this, and on the opposite corner we find the sound frog. So immediately cuts the music, and what we find here are these many different sounds and visual effects that you can incorporate in your course. The top palette will change, right? It'll change icons, and just like with regular course items, if we were to go back to our magnifying glass, we see that the wheel interface will now feature these different sounds and icons. So something like feelings and stingers. All right, let's scroll through some of these, and you can even listen. You could listen to how they would sound like if you were to put them in your level. And we got reactions. And we got animations. And then music. Oops. Pretty neat, huh? Well, unfortunately, because the Switch doesn't have a microphone built in, the feature to record your own voice is gone. It's not part of this game anymore. So, if we look at our left palette, we can let's actually go back. Let's exit the sound frog, and we're gonna explore this left palette here. Okay, so in this palette, let's start from the top and work our way to the bottom. The top option lets you change the game style, and if I haven't already mentioned this, Super Mario 3D World is one of the newest styles that you can choose to make levels. So pretty new feature. I can't wait to explore that when I'm actually like invested in this game. And then we have 10 different course themes here. We've got ground, sky, forest, underground, underwater, ghost house, airship, desert, snow, and castle. Now, desert and snow levels, in particular, if you were to change the game style to Super Mario Brothers, it's a pretty interesting look to them. Like I can't really describe it efficiently, but let's just say that Nintendo did such a great job to make a desert and a snow level for the original Super Mario Brothers. It's kind of like what would it have been like in 1985, basically. It has all new music, well-written music, so go check it out when you have the time to. So we're gonna exit out of this, and then the next feature below that is the auto scroll, and it's an entirely optional feature. You can have the level scroll slowly, normal, fast, and even custom change it. But we're not gonna tamper with that for now. Timer is the button in which you can change your course, how long or short your course can go. The shortest time that you can have for a level is 10 seconds, while the highest is 500 seconds. Then below that is clear condition. Basically, you can set goals and challenges. Kind of adds to the level. Basically, like one of these, for example, is like reach the goal without taking damage. So, can you go through the goal without getting hit by an enemy? And then reach the goal without landing after leaving the ground. Basically, the only direction you have to go is left and right. You can't be jumping up and down or falling down a platform and then landing on the ground. I think I'm gonna have to unlock the rest of these because as of now I don't have the options to select more conditions, so we're just gonna leave that alone. And then the last two buttons here. The one on the left is for if you decide to co-op with someone else in making a course, and then the one on the right is if you want to show Mario's trail when testing out of a level. Alright, now let me explain the palette here on the right. The top button is your pause menu. Very simple as that. You can access the story mode, course world, course spots, and all the other options. We even go back to the title screen. So the next button below that is probably the most important and most valuable button in the entire Course Maker. It's your save and your load button. This button allows you to save and load your courses that you make, and as a creator, the last thing that you want to do is forget to save. So save, save, save every time, and you won't regret it. So, okay, next is the erase button. It's a very convenient button since you're probably going to be doing a lot of erasing when making these courses, especially if you strive to make one of those courses that could be a big hit among players worldwide. But let's say you erase something accidentally, and that's where the undo dog comes in. And using these two buttons right here will provide for a highly productive creative session. And finally, the button on the bottom of this palette is the reset rocket. So only to be used if designing a level frustrates you, or let's say that I want to just, fiddle around and just put blocks everywhere and, things like these. And I'm like just doodling around and wasting time. I can go back, press this reset rocket, and it'll clear everything that I have done for. Alright, so finally at the bottom of this screen, right here, is you could set you could set whether you want your course to go long or short. So we could expand this and make this the longest level in the game, or we can make it short where I could have the flag right there and then maybe have all these different contraptions going, making it a challenging level. You also have an option for a sub-area of the game. It says here, choose an orientation for the sub-area. Changing the orientation later will remove all course elements from the sub-area. So that's one of the great features about having a sub-area. You can have either a vertical or a horizontal orientation. And in the sub-area, you can actually change the course theme. The course theme only, I should add, but not the game. So you can't go from Super Mario World in one area and then go to New Super Mario Bros. U in the sub-area. But you can, however, have a snow theme in one, and let's say a haunted mansion in the other. So keep in mind, though, like the notice said, if you choose to switch layouts between the horizontal and the vertical layouts, anything that you put in that sub area will be reset. So choose wisely before you design that portion. So that's really all about it in terms of what you have at your disposal. Alright, so there's the level. 50 coins for Independence Day. Obviously 50 being a reference to all 50 states, and you could see in the level just a lot of patriotic themes there. From the fireworks to the red, white, and blue. I tried to kind of make it the sky theme. I thought that the sky theme was very perfect for a level like this. So I mixed in a lot of the red, white, and blue elements and anything that reminds you of just being patriotic. So I haven't uploaded this yet, but we're going to do so now that I actually cleared it. I made sure to look over everything and make sure that there were no errors. I made sure to that the American flag had all 50 stars in it. So if you really want me to actually do a little bit of a walkthrough of how I created this level, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll probably be glad to make a follow-up video to this someday. Or if the course itself, 50 coins for Independence Day, actually becomes a pretty sizable hit with players around the world. So we're gonna upload this. We're gonna keep the name 50 coins for Independence Day. Mario celebrates Independence Day. Can you find all 50 coins? It's pretty standard. It's not really a short and sweet one. It's not like one of those speed run type of levels. It is a themed level. So we're gonna use these two tags. And this course is being uploaded. Hopefully my internet connection is strong enough. Hopefully it functions well, because what tends to happen in my room is that the internet is not too good. So might take a little bit to upload this course. Good. Upload complete. Course ID 6WK-HF1-HQF. Alright. And there you go, on the 4th of July. Right there, 7/4/2019 at 1:53 in the morning. I still got a lot of energy to talk. I'm just keeping my voice very low so that I don't wake up other people in the household. But anyway, let's go back to the main menu. So, wow, what a journey it has been to kind of film this first impressions video of Super Mario Maker 2. Definitely a game worth the price. Has a lot of fun features. Has a lot of creativity in it. I can't really say more other than that, but it's definitely worth a buy in my book. So, thank you for watching this game. This first impressions of this game. And hit that subscribe button if you want some more content from Game Boy TV. I hope one day that I can actually spend and invest in some equipment to actually screen capture Super Mario Maker 2 and be a Let's Player for once, because I'm intrigued to see how I react to other people's very tough levels, I'm pretty sure, out there. So thank you for watching. Have a great rest of the day, and have a very wonderful and spectacular 4th of July.